folks out there, or at least some of you may be familiar with Eddie from...
Wait, when you said many and some of you folks out there, I'm sure everybody sitting out there right now knows Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Missy Hyatt, because you see, Lance Russell, you know, just like all the people watching, that I have been in every wrestling program, on every wrestling television show that you can think of throughout the country. Everybody knows who Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert is. And a lot of people are wondering, what attracted me back to my home? The home being the CWA, the greatest wrestling organization in the world today, and that was one man. I want to go ahead and make this announcement right now. One man brought me back, not money, not glory, not fame, not women, because I've got my woman now, not money, because she's got all the money I could ever want, but Jerry the King Lawler, a person that everybody on LFNN and throughout the country is going to get to see a lot of, maybe, if he's able to come back to wrestling.
Yeah, well, they saw today exactly the kind of tactic. Yes.
Did they really? I bet they're sitting home saying, golly, Bill, this is the first time we really got to see some great wrestling action, because you know, when you watch the CWA now, it's going to be a little bit different than any other wrestling program you're ever going to see. Because you're going to see the greatest, that being me, the most beautiful being Missy Hyatt, the greatest wrestling commentator in wrestling. I have to say that, Lance, that's you. And now, of course, the new king of wrestling, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And Jerry Lawler, let me just say this to you, son. If you think you're going to come on FNN and make a name for you throughout the country, you got another thing coming. Because I'm not just, they call him the king of Memphis, Tennessee. But you see, I'm going to be the king of the country on the financial news.
Yeah, what a great station for Missy Hyatt to be on, the Financial News Network. I mean, with all my money, I guess, besides watching our show, I can watch all the others.
Here he comes now. And Missy Hyatt, yes.
Last week, you got Eddie's blood pressure all up. You had him all upset. And I had to assure him all week that there is no more Jerry Lawler. I had to even go and order his crown and everything. And I just want to let you know, he's not upset anymore, because he knows.
Well, that really makes me
feel
Lance,
nice. You know, I want to tell you, last week, I did really get upset. My blood pressure was high. I just want all my many, many fans out there now to understand one thing. I am the new king of wrestling. I am the successor to the throne. That was my fate in the first place, Lance Russell. The only problem is, Missy, we don't have to order a crown now, because Jerry Lawler's going to be sending it to me in the mail, believe me. Lawler, I'm a very happy man right now. My plan has worked. Plan number one was burning you, doing the same thing to you that everybody else has had done to them by you. My second plan was if you were talking to Lawler, said you were at his house, so sitting on the couch as you watch the television, videotapes of some of his old opponents, who would he tell you was probably his toughest opponent, and when it came to tag team matches, his best tag team partner? Now tell me, who is it?
Well, obviously he would say, like they say, Bill Dundee.
Right.
Certainly.
Part two of the plan was, Lawler, to get rid of your tag team partner, best friend, and also hated enemy, Bill Dundee, and I also did that in fine fashion. Lawler, let me remind you one thing. When you came back here and when you decided you were going to be the king of wrestling, when you challenged the fabulous Jackie Fargo, well, at least you had the guts to wait. Or guts, what am I talking about? At least you waited till he got to be 60 years old, and then you beat him, and then you took over.
That'd be like me fighting him.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Lance. So what I've done, Lawler, I have all the peasants here at my feet. I am the new king of wrestling, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. But just like I said last week, people, I don't want your cheers. I don't care. I don't need any of you over here. I don't need any of you watching. Jerry Lawler, I'm the man now. You've got to come to me. And also one other thing, I hate to report this, but Jerry Lawler is officially out of wrestling.
What do you mean he's officially out of wrestling?
A lot of people are probably asking. No, he is. He really is. Ken Parnell, just earlier a while ago, you know Ken Parnell, just like you, one of his personal friends, was back here crying the blues and crying. I said, what's wrong? He said, Jerry's in a coma. Jerry's hurt. He's in the hospital right now. He's about to die. I said, what happened? He said, well, it seems about 2 o'clock in the morning last night, he got up and he was so burnt and so bad he needed a drink of water, and he stumbled into the wrong room, and while he was getting a drink of water, the toilet lid fell right on his head.
Very funny. Yeah, well,
Makes me think you might have that problem sometimes, too.
As you can tell, it's going to be a new day in wrestling. The new king of wrestling. Lawler, I don't have to worry about you anymore. You're a stinking low-down coward, just like I said before. I am going to rule the area. All I want now are the Kurt Hennings or the Terry Funks. All those people like that you beat, they can come now to this area, and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert can be the king and strut out through the ring.
yeah, you be the king. I noticed you had your advance guard come to check whether Lawler was here.
Well, that-
seemed to me you were hanging back there a
No,
little.
I just wanted to make sure because you know just like I do that Jerry Lawler likes to jump people from behind and send people after you. So I just got to be able to make sure he doesn't come in the studio. But Lance, let's please watch me burning Jerry Lawler again.
No.
Yeah, come on.
You said you had some interesting videotape.
I do.
That's not
I have some
interesting.
interesting videotape. It's that burn. It just gives me chill bumps to see that. Come
Yeah,
on.
kid me.
Come on.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing about it. Maybe we should show it again. Maybe we should show it every hour on the hour because it reminds the fans and Jerry Lawler exactly what kind of tactics you use to get Jerry Lawler out of
You know,
that.
I bet Jerry Lawler looks like Freddy Krueger now.
Watch this right here. The greatest plan
I
right
know
here.
it. Greatest plan,
That's it.
right in the face, burn him all over the chest,
That could've
burn his,
hurt.
they had to take the beard, everything off in there, burn his face to where he is out of action in there, and that's got to make you happy.
Oh, it
Listen,
makes me
he's
very
looking
happy.
at this. Don't worry.
You think so?
He'll
You think he
remember
can see that?
Oh, yeah.
You really do?
Yeah.
I hope he's probably laying there prying his eyes open so he can see it. All that gook in there where the burn guy and everything.
Okay,
Down at the
Eddie.
burn center's where he's at.
Okay.
But plan number 2, Lance. Plan number 2. What happened to plan number 2? You were
I know
there.
You're talking
What
about
happened?
Dundee and the little situation that took
Let's
place.
see that.
with
Let's see
Bill
what happened to
Dundee.
Mr. Dundee.
Okay, this is the